So this is one of the coolest things, is we're going to put a couple things together we've done, quadratic factoring and this synthetic division that we just recently did. So we're going to go ahead and rewrite this as a product of linear factors. Now, if you look at the power, you see that it's a 3. We know we're going to have 3 factors. 1, 2, 3. So we got to figure out what all 3 of these are. And one of them's given, x plus 3. So he has a known factor of x plus 3. So we're going to do synthetic division just as we did in the last section. So if x plus 3 is a factor, we'll put negative 3 in the box. List our coefficients of our polynomial that we're factoring. And you should have a remainder of 0. If this isn't 0, then that wouldn't be a factor, so you might make a mistake. So just make sure you end up with a 0, because if it is a factor, you won't have a remainder. And I think we learned that in one of the future sections. So 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Negative 7 gives us 21. So you multiply. You might want to reference the last section if you don't understand what we're doing here. Negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12. Negative 12 plus 12 is remainder 0, which is good. Okay, so what do we have here? This is the remainder. This is the constant term. This is the x term, and this is the x squared term. So I have 2x squared minus 7x minus 4. Now that's what's going to go. We got to still split this up. And we got to use the diamond method for that, to split it into 2 factors there for this quadratic. So 2 times negative 4 is negative 8, negative 7. So negative 8 and 1 would be our 2 factors. And we got to divide them by 2, because remember we had to multiply the 2 in the beginning. So 2 times negative 4 gave us that negative 8. So we're going to divide the 2 here. So one of our factors will be x minus 4. And the other factor, since we couldn't simplify that fraction, we bring the 2 to the front, and it's 2x plus 1. So x minus 4, 2x plus 1. And that's the process. So it's really cool. We use the synthetic division to break it down to a quadratic, and then we factor the quadratic with the methods that we've learned before. Let's go ahead and do this example here. So once again, a cubic. So we know there's going to be 3 factors to it, and one of them given, I think, is the same factor, x plus 3. So using the synthetic division, we're going to have a negative 3 in the box, and then 1, then 7. And notice this is missing the x term. So it's missing the x term, so we're going to put in a 0x there to take that space as like a placeholder. So 0, then negative 36. So bring down the 1 times negative 3. 7 minus 3 is 4. Times negative 3 is negative 12. Times negative 3 is 36. Add those up to get a remainder of 0. This one's a little bit easier. So our remainder, we have our constant term, our x term, our x squared term. So we're going to have x squared plus 4x minus 12. So for our other 2 factors, what multiplies negative 12 and adds to 4 would be 6 and negative 2. So this would factor to x plus 6, x minus 2. Really should be using different colors here. And so for those factors, we have x plus 6, x minus 2. Now, does it matter the order we write the factors? No. Technically, we're multiplying them. So these can be rearranged in any order. I can take this x plus 3 and move it over here if I want to. That can be put in any order. Just make sure you have these 3 factors here, and that should be correct.